Yep, I'm the only one on.
Is my hair too light? Maybe you can darker or more blonder. What? You like it? Yeah? More what? More red?
Okay.
I can tweak it. What color is it now?
Auburn.
You like red more than auburn?
Oh, I like the movie.
I know, but I'm doing a movie. I want it to look fun.
They're more vibrant.
A little more vibrant?
Yeah.
What is that?
Whatever color that is.
I don't know what that is.
Well, but I would say a little bit more red. Red is more vibrant, right?
Any chance we're going to be on here alone tonight?
I've had, oh, okay, weekend today, so Jose will be on. 818.
I would go to sleep and not mind.
Dolly was on at 7 and she sent me a text saying,
Oh,
where is everyone?
her credit card bounced. Can you check that out?
I'll check it out.
That told us.
Mariano. Mr. Mariano.
I thought that was kind of a funky meeting. I don't have any idea how that happened.
What one?
Oh, we just did.
How it got scheduled, please?
Yeah, I almost missed that. I can't seem to join the meeting.
You're in.
I am? Oh, I am. Mariano, look at you. Yeah.
How's it going, Forbes?
Don't you
How you
look
doing?
sharp? What's going on?
Just closed 2 deals today, so it's a great day so far.
What kind of deals?
Kangen water machines.
For $4,000 piece?
One of them 5,000 and one of them 3,000.
Congratulations. How much do you make on that?
This one I'll be getting paid a little over $2,000 for both of the sales.
That's all right, because I think we just closed a couple of deals too. We're pretty happy over here.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, like we just had a great meeting in my house. Something very, very cool. I didn't realize that those cool bottles were Kangen. I didn't know that's what you've done. We probably need a Kangen machine at some point. We don't have one. Well, his is 5,000 or 4,000. And what have you noticed? By the way, I'm putting something in the chat. Will you go there and vote for me?
Yes. How do I do that? What's
I
the
think
link?
you just click on the link and you go and vote. It's free. I think you
Where,
can vote.
is it on here on the Zoom call in the group chat?
Yeah, go to the chat part.
Cool. I'll do it right now.
Really? So I'm having trouble getting people on the call, which is weird. I'm on. You're on.
Yeah, committed. I have another call going on too, so I committed to this because I'm investing into it.
But you have another call now?
I do, yeah, because every Wednesday we do a team call from 5 to 6.
Ooh.
But
Well,
there's replays too. That's the plus side. And plus, if worst case scenario, I'll just log on at my phone right here, just so that way my team sees that I'm on there. At least.
I think that's a smart idea. I don't mind making this call at 7:30 at some point. Do you mind if we do that? Hola, Jose. How are you?
Good, you?
Amazing, actually.
That's awesome to hear. Thanks, Chuck.
What? So crazy. Yeah, things are good. Things have been spectacular, actually, on every level. There he is, Mr. Michael. So you guys have to take your laptop and not do this to it. This makes you look weird. See that, Michael? You can take that, or you can lift it up and put it on something. By the way, this is Joshua bought me this. See that? That keeps your neck from getting strained, and it's got a place for your phone too, which is really groovy cool. Phone sits right there. At this little steel thing. It's called Best Stand TI Station. For meetings, it allows you to sit like this, a little light on that side, and you look groovy cool, because you never know who's going to be on the meeting to talk to us, to teach us. And so, Michael, what you need from now on is a little bit of light on your face.
Okay.
Because if you look at your own face, yeah, you want to go get a cute little light. Are you on a desk or on the floor?
Yes.
Yes to, are you desk on the floor?
Oh, sorry, you're cutting out. I only heard desk.
Are you on the desk or on the floor?
Desk.
Okay, well, just because look at the angle, because like the door is going really wide behind you, and it looks like the doorknob, like you're sitting underneath the doorknob.
Sitting on the desk, have the
Yeah, I mean, it's
computer on the stool.
right, and it's a real important thing. As I mean, you see the light on my face. It just helps when it comes. Jenny looks beautiful. She looks great. We need to make Michael bright a little bit more. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw this, but he ended up in my house. Oh my God. This is spectacular. I love the Chihuly. I have a picture of me with I was overjoyed. Overjoyed. You have no idea how happy you made me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And but that's also just great business. Is that Miss Shelley? Where's Shelley Stucci? Hello, Shelley. I see a name, I don't see a face. And I'm looking for, is Candy Lynn coming? There she is. And we give a big round of applause. Woo! That's for you, Shelley. You can smile. Can you hear us? Yeah, you look like you just got off a plane. Hi.
No, that's just my Wednesday look.
Oh, well, look what I got left from Michael and Jenny. Did you see this? This is hand blown.
Oh, wow.
So beautiful.
Is that the glass blowing?
Yes, I invited them to stay at my home when I wasn't here. Which my son comes running down going, Mom, Chuck has friends here. So so is Candy coming and Dolly coming?
I just sent, oh yeah, Dolly, what's up with you?
So Shelley, number one, thank you. I think they probably told you a little bit about their experience, but we had probably, it was the best. It was best so far. It was amazing. It was emotional and fun, and we did play Lifeboat. I didn't have to yell at anybody, although there's always one in the group, she shall remain nameless, that just likes to pull attention. But it was blessed. I mean, I had no idea when Candy showed up that Candy was going to show up. And I was like, wow, where did you come from? And we changed her life. I know what we did to her. I see, you know, her big permission was she'd never hung out with anybody her height before. In fact, she was kind of prejudiced against people her height. It was really interesting, and now she's really kind of considering it. And I feel very proud about that, because I spent a lot of time talking to her about, you know, just having been with somebody who was 6'6". I didn't see the world that way. You know, where you always hit your head. And there she is, speaking of Miss Candy Lynn. Woo! Woo!
Isn't it?
Okay, we're going on the wild ride of Candy Lynn here. What's going on? So, Shelley, I have to tell you, Jenny and Michael, did they tell you any secrets about class? What happened?
Yes, they might have. I don't know if Michael disclosed this, but he actually worked for me at work.
I do know.
So we spent the better part of yesterday's, Tuesday, recapping, because I was really excited about the progress that everybody made. I was kind of living vicariously through everybody's Facebook lives. So I was, you know, seeing the transformation, and I kid you not, having known Michael for the last almost 3 years, I watch those Facebook Lives and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Oh my God. Right? And it's like, I know him pretty well, but who the hell is this guy? And I was just so excited because I knew that's kind of the magic that Forbes can bring out of people. And so it's just been really wonderful seeing them blossom and hearing about everything that happened and kind of their experience the last few days. We weren't very productive at work, but you know, it was all worth it.
Well, they were two magical transformations. It was painful. It was tear-laden. It was emotional. They were committed, and I loved every minute of the pain. What did Jenny finally say to me? What was the last thing you said to me? When I sat next to you, what did you say?
I said that your coaching style goes against my grain, but that's why I know you're the best coach for me.
That's all right. Dolly came to the table, and Dolly's thing was, it was first day of Forbes Factor in the morning. It's like, I'm not coming back. I wasn't coming back. They had to drag me back. I didn't want to be here. I don't love you.
And she was crying during that moment when she said that.
Yeah. Then she went through a massive transformation. We all fell in love with her. And
Yes, we did.
yeah, and she's my biggest advocate, and I love it. It was just crazy. Candy, I mean, one of my favorite moments for you was you just looking up at this tall, thin, gorgeous model that we all would love to be in our dreams, including those of us at 5'6".
Yes.
She just started to talk and tell us her life, and it's tragic. She may, in fact, have to have her leg amputated. That's going to be crazy. On the fourth day, Shelly, and this was heartbreaking, we thought we heard everything. She went through one of the big transformations because her mom just threw her away. Her mom had 8 husbands. Imagine what that might do to you. And there she is. And then that wonderful moment, where she just blossomed. Dolly, we're talking about you and Candy. And so let's say hi to some of our returning friends in year-long coaching and fans here. Brianna is, how pregnant are you, my girl? Let's see the belly.
What am I? 6 months.
Dolly, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It kicks a lot.
I can only imagine. And Doris, welcome back. It's been a while. I haven't seen you. You doing good?
I've been sick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Really sick or just a little sick?
Really sick.
What's going on?
I don't know. I went back to the doctors again. More antibiotics. Hopefully it kicks it out this time.
Okay. Well, we just finished a magical Forbes Factor. Chuck, what did you think of this one?
Oh, it was like careers, Kelly, but it was the best product we've ever had.
It's second best. Second best.
Only because people did you try.
Yeah, I'm mute, Chuck.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, then they didn't.
Oh, you didn't hear any of that?
No.
Oh, she heard a little bit of it. That's funny. You weren't supposed to hear that. Okay, Candy, put your computer down and settle down.
Me? What? What?
You keep touching your computer.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, I got it.
It reminds me of my. Oh, let me just touch it. Oh. Craig, how are you doing back there? You look tired.
No, pretty good. Yes, tired, but doing good overall.
Is it cold up there?
Freezing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. All right. So we've. You don't want to imagine. No, I saw what Tahoe looks like. There's 17 feet of snow on both sides of it. It's horrible. For me, it has been a really traumatic week, Shelley. Not unlike last time. I lost 3 friends this week.
Wow.
What?
So
What happened?
You know, God was lonely. I don't know. So Shelley, you remember Denise, my tall, beautiful, she's black, yes. Her husband, Quincy, who always sang at our events and sang at my birthday parties, and just the love of her life. He got a little kidney disease and he's gone.
Wow.
Stephen Mashburn, who was bringing all of his electrical equipment and was going to take my show to Amazon Prime, and a huge fan. I knew he had cancer. He's gone. But the one that blew me away and was yesterday. This was last week that he died. I go out to California every month. And since I sold my house, I stay with my friend Scott Barber, who's got a $4 million mansion. He's the one that I always kind of take my phone. He's got the Rolls with convertible, the hardtop Rolls, the Ferrari, the cool cars, the Michael Jackson hand-drawn painting, his unbelievable home. I mean, he's a generous, most beautiful guy. I've known him for years. Well, he was always looking for love. He always dated the exact same girl. She had a look just like Barbie, 5'6", straight blonde hair. Some of them were really rich. All of them were really annoying, including his 2 ex-wives. And then one day he brings home the perfect Barbie. She has the hair and the face and the body, but she's the nicest, most adorable girl I've met. I introduced her to the twins. We all hung out for Halloween together. My audition party was because of Scott. He's just done so much. He was my no girlfriend, but he was my brother from another mother. He was just so there for me. And I saw him on Saturday before the cruise. All 4 of us went out. Now she's got the big, like diamond ring on her finger, 7.5 carats, crazy. They're both so happy, so loving, so mushy, like, oh my God. And she moves in right before we left. We go away for the cruise. We're going to come back and have a 100-person Super Bowl party. And he had saved his house from the fire, the Malibu fire. And on that Thursday, he just had an aneurysm at 57 and just was gone. So his celebration of life was yesterday, and I'm having a little bit of hard time with that. So if things come in 3, we're okay for a while, I think. But as I've been giving a lot of speeches lately and standing on a lot of stages and saying all these amazing things about what we need to do and not do, I'm a little reminded that this is all so very fragile. And that if this is all we got, is this enough? Are we hugging the people that we love enough? Are we saying how special they are? But Joshua can make me a hug. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
He's still here, and I'm not letting him go anywhere. I love you. So I have this need just like to give more. I don't know. It's crazy. So yeah, Brianna, it's weird. It's definitely, Scott's was hard because there was no warning at all. And I don't know. I don't actually know what to do with all that. So to that end, we've had some great meetings. We talked to a woman who has blown up a 10-city tour and taken someone like me from where I am to hundreds of people in a room if that's what we want. What we are doing though is starting this group to be a solid year-long coaching group with a binder that has assignments in it that are recordable, that are actionable. So Shelly and Craig, I will send you your binder. Whoever else is year-long on this, I will send you your binder. And then what we're going to do is we're going to download exercises and things and writing. I have to have my 1-hour call with all of you guys. We're going to have 2 of those. And then every 90 days, we're going to set out. I've done this. It's how I grew my company. I just haven't really done it with my coaching clients, to be really, really on your ass, if that's okay. We're also, for each one of you, going to have the weekly text with John Kovach, who has gotten through my training. And I'll explain all that as we continue. But just really look out for the emails. Jenna came over today. Shelly, you would go apeshit over this woman. She is the most organized, systematized 31-year-old you'll ever meet, I think, where she just gets the whole email marketing systems. She gets templates. She templates everything. We sat with her for a couple of hours today. And I mean, just think about every time for example, Shelly, you have an Airbnb, right? What is your system? Do you have a whole email sequence with your clients who rent from you? What is that?
It essentially is just the entrance instructions. So when it's actually on my to-do this year to automate it, because right now sending it out is manual. The actual email body, the template, and the attachments are all there already. Like, I'm not changing anything. But just setting it up and sending it out is still.
So as your coach, here's my question. Yes, you're going to set it up. Actually, we're going to look into active campaigns since I don't like Infusionsoft. But what do you, after they leave your property, what's the next thing? What's the thing they get from you?
Yeah, so I'm leaving a lot on the table. I am not following up with them at all. And as a matter of fact, up until maybe a few months ago, and I think a part of it was you kind of hopping on us with an email list, but Airbnb doesn't actually give us their emails. It just kind of, mixes it up, right? It's like we could send it through the Airbnb portal.
No. But listen to this. And this is guys, and this is part of the coaching. So what Wednesday nights are going to be from now on is I'm not doing Thursday night. I'm not inviting anybody who's not in this group as a year-long coaching, or one or two exceptions of, like Brianna's not a year-long coaching, but she's part of our whole family. And she's very supportive. So you connect with them, right? They're in your space, right? So there's nothing that says there's not a little welcome box that says, hey, for our special free gift when you return home, leave your email here. Does that solve the problem, Shelley?
Yeah, well, I've been collecting it up front now.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's just what Shelley
Right.
first said, there was an objection, they don't give it to you. We're going to get around that. It's irrelevant whether they give it to you. You're going to get their emails. And then there should be a post, because I've ran a bunch of them. And I would go back, or I would recommend friends, or I would, you even have a client for other things that you're doing because you're in a world where you're selling and promoting things. Maybe. Just saying they just experience your life.
Fairly good with it.
Well, that's interesting too. Chuck just said an interesting thing. You can even set up a little affiliate thing for your Airbnb, but I think it's more about just personal. But imagine if you got 3 wonderful, enrolling, nurturing emails just because, and the cool thing is, if it's automated, as soon as somebody checks out, it just triggers this that you never think about it after you've done it once. Kind of cool. It was like coming home and finding a gift from Michael and Jenny. How many times, and there's probably a dozen, have I said to myself, I need to send them a gift, right? And I just don't, because I just spaced. Well, I think when you start to really use an automated system and understand that a nurture campaign is really important. How many times are we going to touch you now that you're home? Great. What do you get from Forbes and Chuck? How do you stay in touch with, I just think that's one of the messaging that I've gotten from today. And it really requires you to sit down and template things and be really specific. And then I also think what you guys are going to help me do is to build out what you need. One of the things that we did was to help create Michael and Jenny's path. Well, every business is made the same. And so there's a part of the year-long coaching book that is just for starting a business. Have you researched the name of the business? Did you get your trademarks and patents? Did you get your copyrights? All those things never change to anybody. But most entrepreneurs don't do them well enough, and they'll get screwed somewhere down the line. And Silvana's talking to me right now. We're also going to routinely do a 15 to 20 minute presentation for each student regularly. Does that make sense? Why do we want to do that? Well, for a couple of reasons. So Silvana next week is going to talk about morning ritual. And that's been a big thing. I was on I did a radio show today with somebody who, his morning program is called #Rise and Grind. You ought to go to him. Let me tell you something. He did a welcome to me on his private Facebook group. Maybe it's not even private, but like 30 people welcomed me, and not in a really annoying like network marketing way. They went out of their way. His name is Glenn Lund. I think it's Glenn Lundy, GLENNLUNDY. On my Facebook page, it was like, wow. So just put down #Rise and Grind. Let me tell you something. This guy out of nowhere has created a tribe. It's incumbent. I know, I just read all of these messages. It's incumbent upon all of us to build a tribe. What I want to do here, step number 1 in the first quarter, is I want you, like Shelley did, to have to stress out and put together a 15 to 20 minute, maybe even a PowerPoint on a subject. Shelley, how did that change, having a deadline, how did that change your need to get it done?
Well, it's a driving factor to show up, right? It's like you get run over, you show up, and that's not an option for me, so you show up.
Right. And I want to make it not
hold myself accountable is something that I can always kind of push down the road. So it's extremely effective, right?
So we're also going to videotape this. Here's what else it becomes for you guys. It becomes a free gift. Hey, I did this Zoom call, Silvana, where I talk about my morning ritual, and whatever it is that you want to do, you can always give that as a free gift. So what I would like everyone to do tonight, because I want to end this call on time. I'm actually filming a movie this weekend. I know, I'm kind of excited. Candy Lynn, what's one thing that you can do? And I want PowerPoint slides, because this is going to lead into us doing webinars. Successful people do this on a regular basis. And by the way, they don't do it. They'll have a team do it, but you need to oversee it. How many emails do you get from a Grant Cardone or whoever you sign up for? You get email after email after email, right? That's what we're going to get in the habit of doing, emails and webinars, because you can make a lot of money even promoting somebody else's stuff. Okay? So, and I've got a lot of things coming out and I'm going to share with you tonight. But Candy Lynn, what's something that you would like to do a PowerPoint presentation on and instruct the group for 15 to 20 minutes? And Chuck, you're going to keep accountable of everything everybody says. Unmute Miss Candy Lynn. No, I can't hear you, baby girl. If you've got a little red thing, that means you're. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay. So that's a good question. Yeah.
I mean, fitness. Come on, girl.
True, but I want more, something more other than that.
Well,
No, we want to know your secret.
Exactly.
That's not a bad thing for you to do.
Yeah.
You know, my fitness secrets. I watched some of your videos the other day of you on a step and some of the things that you do. It's very innovative.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe you want to put together, you know, the top 10 things that I know as a busy working entrepreneur to stay fit.
Yeah.
That's just something that we all want to know. We look at you, we look at your arms, which are insane. Can you show Brianna your arm muscle, please?
Not today. I'm wearing like long sleeve right now.
Go take it off.
Then have to go change.
Yeah, well, Brianna, at some point towards the end, she has to see your arm muscle.
All right, I will go change after we finish this.
I've never seen a bicep on a girl like her except for Joshua. They actually went head to head and had a pose off, and I think she won.
Of course. I see his ass. I kick his ass.
I can't. So there you go. So that's your first assignment. And even if you don't like it, that's even better.
Okay.
And it's got a PowerPoint or some video. I'd like to see some advice, and and then leave us with something that we can take action with.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Dolly, would you share with us? It's not like a surprise. You're on there.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Hello,
Well,
Miss AJ.
I'm racking my brain on that one.
Okay, I don't run too far. How about the secrets of having beautiful skin as we get older?
I can do that.
Yeah, things that we don't know. And so it doesn't have to be, you don't have to sell anything or drive anything, but I want to know from you, you're in the skincare industry. There are nutrients, there's things that you eat. Just pretend, and most of us don't know, by the way, the secrets that you take for granted.
Okay.
Okay, so the secrets of having beautiful skin as we get older.
On it.
Now it's got a PowerPoint to it, so there's some facts in there. I want a little bit of research. It's really important the more you get used to doing this.
Okay.
Michael Track,
Yes.
what would you like to teach us?
The top 10 international travel tips.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can it not just be international, since many of us may not be international travelers, but just travel tips in general?
Sure.
And then the bonus is, if you're going abroad, here's my other secrets.
Okay, perfect.
I love that, because that's a great, if you ever got involved in World Ventures, for example, that's a great free giveaway. All right, Miss Jenny.
I'm thinking that I could teach you how to best support your loved one while they're recovering from an injury.
Oh, I love that. I think that's interesting. I love that, love that. Craig.
I could do like a quick tutorial about like food prep, or just like getting in better habits of preparing your food and getting yourself set up for the week, and some basic tools to use, and just how to kind of create time back.
I would personally love you to do that. And I'd like you to be as creative as possible, because you really will be able to use that for something.
Okay.
It's a great, great thing to know. Mariano. Oh, by the way, Mariano, I have a very exciting news for you. What is it that I am doing? I have decided that our book was going to go to benefit a charity, like 100% of the proceeds from the book, What Have You Forbes Lately? And it's going to go to the LEAP Foundation, where you and I met.
Hey, okay.
Dr. Bill does not know that yet. I think he's going to be very excited. He is a Beverly Hills dentist who works very hard. He was with Paula Abdul the night that I met her to have her in my other book. It seems like a really good thing, and he's going to be thrilled because the money. Well, you tell everybody, what is LEAP?
So LEAP, it stands for, it's a leadership program for high schoolers and college kids, and it stands for Leadership Excellence Accelerated Potential. And it definitely changed my life, and that's what got me involved in the personal development industry, and that's how I met Forbes Riley here.
And so I think I'm going to surprise him, put that whole package together, what I'm telling you guys right now. So that's what the first book is going to go to. Wow. All right. So what do you want to teach us?
For me, I noticed that my niche is networking, how to turn strangers into friends and friends into family.
Dude, have you ever said that out loud before?
I have.
Do you have an ebook about this or a video series?
I don't know.
Okay, you're going to. Say it slower so Chuck, who's not a transcriptionist, can write it down.
How to turn strangers into friends and friends into family.
So Mariano's networking secrets.
How to 10x your network, basically.
How to what?
How to 10x your network.
How to 10x your network. I love that. I think that's absolutely amazing. Jose.
Hello. I'm going to teach how to create an irresistible offer.
Okay. I actually would like you to teach two things. So one, I would like to teach that, but also something even a little bit more technical you were going to share with us at some point.
Okay. What do you guys like? WordPress, chatbots?
Chatbots. That's what it is. So two different things. Let's do the irresistible offer next. Although I like both. You know, I think that'll be your second one, but I really want you to pick one. Kelly, you don't need to go again if you don't want to for a while. But if there's something else that you would like to teach us, what might that be?
I was thinking about creating habits that actually stick. How to create habits that actually stick.
You have a system for that?
I read a book and a lot of other books. So yeah, I was going to synthesize all of my notes and kind of just deliver that. We do actually have a separate system for productivity and focus, which Michael has gone through at an enterprise level, and Michael tried to roll out with Jenny, which I think Jenny found productive. But that's a separate system, which is longer than 15 minutes.
And you can, by the way, you can do that. And I'm happy to have that negotiation. Let me share something with you. Part of this training, part of this inner circle now is to learn to be taught and teach. Never learn anything you're not willing to teach. And how to, in 90 days, if we do this on a rotational basis, that's only 12 weeks, with 2 to 3 people per class, how do we all just get better, get more educated? You know, at some point, the assignment will be to watch, whether it's yours or someone else's, one of your mentors' training tapes and teach what they're teaching you. You know, when you start teaching what you might have learned from a Brendan Bouchard or a Ty Lopez or a Russell Brunson from his free book, read it and teach something. That's a different level of assignment, because when you're in college, you learn how to do research fast. We forget that habit. And it's very, very important when you write a business plan to really do the comp on what else is out there, but we forget those skills. And the more you do, the better off you'll be. Brianna, do you want to teach us something? I know you're a little pregnant, but something about the art of performing and speaking in public, and you know, you do auditions with kids all the time. What might that be?
Well, I think something that a lot of people have wanted to know from me is how to get their kids into modeling, and maybe they themselves want to know how to do the same thing or into the talent industry. But I always feel like I've already given like a class to Meredith models that I sold to a bunch of moms who have their kids in modeling. But yeah, just Shelly even was interested. Her daughter is so freaking adorable. I just want to help people understand how it works. And if they want to do it themselves, great.
Hang on a second. Not the right class for this, because she might be the only one with a little guy at home, a little girl at home. She has a little girl. Actually, Jose has little kids at home too, but I don't. Unless you want to teach kids how to stick shift and drive their car away, which is what's happening at 16.
Don't know how to do that.
And I'm not teaching it. It's weird. Where's my 2-year-old going with my car? What I would love, because most of the audience here is entrepreneurs, and you have a skill. I know you're gonna, you just tested to be on television. I think they all want to know how to be more personable in this box. What do you do when you present? How to be a speaker on television? How to be a host? I don't know, but we're all teaching.
So sorry, my husband is knocking at the door. Sorry, he's outside shoveling.
He's allowed to come in. So AJ, that is one cool chair. Oh, is that a chair or just a really cool like?
It's a chair with a throw rug.
Well, it looked like it was just studded on the right side of your face. It looks like, oh man, this is my studded chair. How have you been?
Fantastic.
Good. Well, you look like you're on fire. What's going on?
I just taught my 4-day success coach certification class, and that always brings up, all my passions. In fact, it was really interesting that I actually have a 150-page manual that I normally teach from, and I threw it completely out. And I said, if I was to do this all over again, how would I teach this? Because I've been teaching it the same way for a while, and I got like all new content, and it was just a total brain dump for 4 days. And that was fun to be in the groove.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, I went off and I did an 1.5-hour speech, and I was so in a groove. I had one of the best times I've ever had. Ray Perez was in the back of the room with the team. And so you guys need to understand this too. He and I sold something I've not created yet. Had a vision for it. So I'm now in love with 360. I think 360 is the greatest tool ever for networking. It really will change your life. Just the way that you organize, the way the world sees you. I must have people look at it 10 times a day, and I love it. And they smile and they want to know more. So to that end, I said, look, I need to sell something at this event. I didn't know I needed to, and I didn't want to sell Forbes Factor to a bunch of network marketers because it's just hard. I didn't even know I was selling anything. So I said to Ray, look, it's not about the platform. What we now need is a training and a conversation and a coaching on what best we need to show people from our world. So Brianna, if you don't know what we're talking about, if you go to your phone and you type in Forbes Riley 360, you'll see this platform. Well,
Facebook?
No, on your phone. Forbes Riley 360, right on your, in the URL.
Okay, online.
On your Google, on your Safari. So why would why would you want to know this? So there's all kind of things that you don't know about how to use it. The first one is when you're speaking in front of an audience, and Ray teaches this word for word like I teach my spin gym. You get on stage and you say, hey, everybody, you know what? Do me a favor, everyone take out your phone. Everyone got a phone there. Go to your favorite browser, your Google or your Safari, or your Chrome, and type in www.forbesriley360.com. This is how you're going to stay in touch with me. But I got a free gift. Who here wants a free gift? Everyone want a free gift? Somebody says, yeah, I want a free gift. I got a great one. I'm a whole pitch book that I've sold for 25 bucks and give it to you for free, but you got to do it right here. Go to the top right. Now, by the way, you're going to see all my social media, and feel free to connect with me, just not right now. And you say those words, just not right now. So go to the top right and you'll see text. I want you to text me your full name and your email, and that's how I can send you your free gift. Got it? So what did I just do as a speaker? Got the entire audience, as opposed to just text 32323. Now you think you're on some list. Well, when you do it this way, we had about 80% of the room opt in. Now here's the funny thing. They didn't opt into my text number, because that text goes to a VA who organizes all of those texts and sends them out the free gift without me even touching it. That's not my text.
Nice.
Yes, Jose.
I set that up as a chatbot on mine, so it automatically would send them the free gift if they just sent a keyword you gave them. You could tell them Forbes book or just book, and it'll automatically send that to them.
You want to teach that now? No, I'm not kidding. Actually, it's not a bad idea because I don't know how that works.
That was just that's a basic step on the chat. I'll show it when I do my class, and all the only difference would be is you send them to where it says messenger instead of the text. At the bottom, it has send messenger right there on the same box. Everything it has text.
In the back door of the platform.
Yeah, you click on the contact button, and it says send text, WhatsApp, and then it says Messenger.
Right.
You hit a Messenger, they'll send you whatever keyword you tell them, and automatically the chatbot will pick it up and send them a link with your affiliate, with your whatever you want.
And will that then take but I won't get the phone number that way.
You tell them, send me your name, phone number, and you could tell them email, and then after now, have you guys done this? That way you get it, then you can
But
say.
hang on. Here's why I wouldn't want to do that. And this is an interesting, and it's an option. But when I'm telling them to send it to a text, I already have their phone number. People don't like to do more than 1 or 2, 3 steps, right? So now I'm asking you for your name, your phone number, and your email. If I send it to my text, I just have to ask you for your name and full email. You don't even realize that I've got your phone number. I am not giving somebody my phone number, or I don't want to. But you see the difference?
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, and it's again, it's just in a room full of people, given the technology now, if I have your phone number, I have you for real. Just a thought. But see this conversation? The point of this whole thing was, there's so many things that you can do within this platform. I saw somebody who had a star who, if you click on one of her icons, it lets you go right to her calendar. There's so many things to do. So I said to Ray, and we had this conversation, what if we did a 4-week group training on all the crazy things that this little thing can do in your phone? What's that worth to you? He said, well, I charge about $1,500 to do a training for a month. I said, okay, that sounds good. So listen to this pitch. All right, everybody, if you liked the 360, there's a couple of things. One, it's $500 to get started, to set the whole thing up and get it all ready to go. That's just the setup fee. And then you can pay $29.99 a month, all the way up to $129.99 a month. What if I said to you, oh, and then the training is $1,500 for the month. I'm going to make you a crazy deal. I'm going to take the top tier training, the $129 a month, and I'm just going to give that to everybody in the room for $29.99 a month. That's a $1,200 savings. Who wants to do that? Everybody raise their hand. Who would like, because I really want you to get in on this, if I just waive the whole setup fee, $500, who would like that? Now you've saved $2,300. All I'm going to ask you is come to class. We normally charge $1,500, and I'm going to squish that down to $997. You're going to get everything. You just saved $1,800. You're getting 4 weeks of branding and training about how to use a platform to your best advantage. I guarantee you're going to make money easily back. Who's in? And half the room raised their hand. End of story. It was beautiful. That's $1,000 a hand. It was a very nice pitch. Here's the funny thing is that you can strike a deal. If you fall in love with this, you can pitch that to your family and friends or in a room or try it. Or 15 other things that you can sell. If you sell Forbes Factor, if you sell, okay, so think about the techniques that we've learned as a class right now. So we all can sell a spin gym when we have to. Now, what's great about that is it's a wonderful metaphor for you having to put your ass on the line and be uncomfortable. It was great. So Shelley, you would love, Mariano just ran out there and said, I got the first one, and he had a great story. And Jenny has about a 4-hour story about how she slowly didn't get the guy who didn't look like he was an open door. And it was one of my favorite stories, her and Michael. Long story, but really funny story. It's funny. This one act of doing this let us see everybody. Let us learn so much about how passionate she was, about how much Michael wanted to, about how much Ray didn't have any desire to, about how, I don't know, everybody had their own story. All because we asked them to sell something that there was a no-lose situation. I didn't ask you to pay for it. Just go out and try and sell it. Then we had, again, we sold my book. The book went to bestseller on Kindle. I had Sandra, who should be on this call, by the way. Where is she, Chuck? She had such trouble selling.
She's at ClickFunnels right now.
Oh, she's at ClickFunnels, right. She had such an issue selling a 99-cent book that she offered to give people the $1 back. That allowed me to see where the objections are, you know, what money means to her. But I got to tell you, later that night, when she sold a radio show in the magazine, a $9,000 value, she had no problem closing 2 of them and making $1,000. So it was a beautiful journey on how to get people over whatever it is. I don't care what's bothering you. Something is, it bothers all of us. I get very shy. Okay, I like Spin Gym because I don't have to sell you. I don't think I, so I loved the stories. Love them, love them, love them. Keep them coming. Until the next class, we're going to make the idea that you can enroll somebody into my 15-minute radio show, which I did one today. And the shows are great. They're informative. They're fun. They're high energy. They reach a lot of people. And then we're doing in the magazine. And the magazine is an entire full-page spread that you get. And do you have the link for the online version of the magazine, or can we just grab your screen and show it to us? I think everyone, I would love everyone to see it. It just looks really beautiful, and we're very committed to getting this magazine out there. And you get to give it to your family and friends. If you don't want to make any money, you can sell it to them for $1,000. If you want it for yourself, it's $1,000. If you want to make 500, then sell it to them for 15, which is a really good deal, but you get to make the money I promised you. You do that a couple times a week, you're not struggling anymore. It's the funniest thing. And you can even talk about it. And again, if you wanted to practice it on here, I'm open for that. But
By the way, I just sold today's Spin Gym at W Hotel at the gym. What?
Thank you, thank you. And I sold 4 of them at the Poke Bowl. The owner of because lunch was expensive. The owner came over to us, wanted to chit chat. I made him try. He's like, oh my God, I love this. How do I get this? My brother, his father, the old Greek guy, the girl behind the counter, I won 5 because I won for her boyfriend. There's nothing like paying for lunch with energy and love and it changes the game. Congratulations, Ms. Silvana. Not just a great. So AJ, what are you going to teach us?
You mute.
I missed part of the beginning of the conversation under context. Under what period of time?
15, 20 to a half hour at the very most. And if you can read in the chat bar, we have everyone teaching everything for a variety of reasons. But it's to this group and whatever you would like to share with us. But we do need some slides to go with it.
He might not get a whole chatbot because he joined us later, so he might not have it refreshed.
No, I see it. There's like 1,000 things I can teach.
Well, I know one that I would like, and you'll get to do
Yes.
more than one. I would love to know a magic trick that might enhance, or 2, that might enhance somebody's stage presentation.
Got one.
There you go.
Now, it helps if they all have the prop there. So if I know ahead of time, I can tell people what to get.
What do we need?
Well, I could either do a $1 to $100 bill or Professor's Nightmare and show how to do a presentation with that. Professor's Nightmare might be a little complicated.
I don't remember that one. I know the one.
Professor's Nightmare, it's a 3 different lengths rope. Make them all the same length.
I love that, but let's save that. I like 1 to 100. I think that.
Okay, we'll do a 1 to 100, and I'll show you different adaptations to their subject matter.
And you know what's fun about that is there's always a great reason to say, here's how you turn nothing into money.
Yes.
I'm going to teach a magic trick. Magic trick for entrepreneurs. Miss Silvana, you are going next week. And actually, Chuck, can you share the screen with that link for us?
Yes, and I'm actually very excited to share it with you guys. All my secrets on like morning ritual and also all the research that I've done, because it will definitely add value to what you're working on, whatever project you're working on. So I'm really, really excited.
And I will tell you, you're going to add, now Chuck's going to share the screen on the magazine for those of you who have not seen this version. It's just so cool. And it lives this way, and all of the links in the magazine are clickable. And I'm going to also make a hard copy, but I like this a lot.
So this is where your show clients will end up.
Yes, this is where your radio show clients will end up, by the way, with a whole page. And they can have one of some templates. They can either have more pictures or more words or whatever just works for them. And every issue will always be available online for them, so they can always use this to promote what they're doing. It's a really lovely thing to do. Okay, so Chuck, what are you going to teach?
I can teach.
I think you're muted. Come on, before I get old here.
Before you get old, I can teach. There.
It's gonna be echo, yeah.
One thing that I have learned over the course of a little bit of time is how to gain, how to drive traffic to whatever you want using Pinterest. And it's pretty amazing once you dive into it. And I wouldn't mind doing a 15-minute presentation on that.
Good, I'll take that. All right, so now, okay, so the next thing that you all have to do is Chuck's got to give you a date. Starting next week. So Jose, you're up because I need to know what you know right now. Not a joke. So
I might need 2 weeks.
Okay.
I took on a lot this week.
Say again?
I took on a lot this week, and I need an extra week.
Well, okay. Let me share something with you. Manny bots or whatever it is they're called. Forget the PowerPoint. Just teach us what we need to know. Okay? Can you do that?
Yes.
Yeah, just talk. It takes no preparation. Whatever it is you know now, we want to know. You're definitely next week. And then Chuck will just assign that. And I think we'll do 2 to 3 a week. That sound fair? Here's what I'm going to be looking for. I want you to look at your screen right now, all of you, including Brianna, who's good on television. And I want you to fix it. I want you to make this screen here, because I'm going to bring on some pretty high-level people to teach. And do we all look like a family here? Do we all look like the Brady Bunch? Or are some of our heads like Chuck's a little too this way? You know, your head should be pretty much kind of there. And Jose, we need some light. Michael, we need some light. AJ, you either got some sun or you're just really blushing. But basically, you just want to look at the whole group as Doris, that looks so much nicer. And just be very aware of how you light yourself, because this can be a course. This is the beginning of you being able to teach what you know. Okay, you're making us dizzy here, Chuck. Stop that.
I was trying to figure out.
I know. I'll get you your own light for Christmas. All right. Is there anything? What I would love is just one aha, since so many of us have just come back from some kind of a mind-blowing week. Let's all do an aha and then call it a night. So Jose, start.
I learned to value my time very highly in this last couple of days. I had to go back into the truck to take on a new client, so I don't leave that investment dead. And it really annoyed me to have to give up so much of my time to be on that in the truck going all day. I have to go back for the next 5 days with them so we could acquire this new client. And it's driving me crazy that I have to give up so much of my time just for, I mean, it's a couple thousand, but it's still, I don't feel like it's worth it. Definitely push me towards what I want to do now.
Congratulations. When one door closes, that's how God does it. Very sneaky, isn't he? All right, Miss Jenny.
My aha moment is that I have not been following up with all of my patients and their families after they leave the hospital, which is severely limiting my network and my reach. So I have started to go back into my emails and reach out to some patients just to check in and see how they're doing.
Awesome. Awesome. I would love somebody here to, actually, I would love one of each of you to do this, to sign on to Active Campaign, which I think is free for 30 days, and learn it and teach what you learn. It seems to be a really cool platform. The other platform is Acuity, is a calendar that is pretty cool, and figure it out. So rather than all of us have to figure it out on our own, if someone would like to learn a piece of it and teach that as well, that would be very helpful to the group. We're all going to be learning it, but so like we'll make an Acuity night. I got to tell you, I think it's a game changer that once you can really understand some of these platforms. There's another one that, and the resources. So, okay, another thing I need from you guys. In your books, which are going to send to you on Monday, I'm going to start sending you pieces. Let's go back to our Facebook group. Let's do 6 weeks here. 6 weeks to success. And the reason I say that is because it worked. And it is about a win, an obstacle, and a resource every day. It takes 5 minutes unless you don't have a resource. But that means you're starting to look for things. You're starting to get out there, and in this act of serving other people, it's not about you that you have to show up. Click 1 or 2 likes, comment on somebody else, but get in the habit of doing this. The resources that we got were astounding. My daughter's putting it all together in kind of a book for us. But there's a lot out there. It changes. This thing called Voxer. Oh my God, unbelievable. I can go on and I know. But if you don't get in the habit of collecting resources and thinking about that, you don't learn fast enough. And there's so much happening so quickly. Sorry? All right, so win, obstacle, and resource.
Hey,
An
Forbes,
obstacle- Yes.
is it possible on the Facebook group to change the settings so that our posts are not waiting for approval?
Yes, I have to do that individually. So I don't think yours don't need approval anymore, do they? So Chuck, we have to do that. Every time we get a new person's post, you go in and have to click that we no longer have to approve them.
Yes.
I don't want that for everyone, Shelley. I only want it for our group.
Yeah.
There's a couple of older students that I've let stay there, but I don't mind them posting, but they don't get to the whole group.
Okay.
So yes, I thank you for that.
And also I want to ask about the posts in the group, especially like on Facebook group, you know, so we know what to post and what not to post, so it's not getting too much on the timeline, you know, so it's not.
No. There's only one thing that you do post for the first 6 weeks. I don't want to hear anybody's story. All I want to see is this. Hang on a second. I have to do this to everyone. There you go. It is very simple. Win, obstacle, like Chuck just said, resource. That's all you're going to put. Now you can comment on somebody else's, but a win is something that was great today. I want you to start to look for wins in your life. The act of doing that will change your mentality. What went great today? Now, does everybody see also from Chuck all the dates? Chuck, do me a favor, save all those dates. Chuck, you know, clip them off and put them into an email so you can send them to everybody. Is Dolly going twice on the 13th and the 20th?
Oh.
Okay.
Dolly, you're going twice.
Okay, just be really clear.
She had one.
Oh, all right, that's fine. I don't care. You guys can all volunteer. We can do 3 in one night if we want to.
A calendar? Where is this calendar?
In the chat box.
Oh. Thank you.
Do you have Michael? Yes, you do. Okay. So a win. I did not. Doris, what would you like to teach?
I've been trying to think about that, and maybe how to make a Facebook ad.
We love that. Every time we can learn that, you can never learn that enough. That might take more than 15 minutes, but yes, that's a great idea. All right, guys. So, AJ, give me an example of a win.
Knowing that I can trust myself off the top of my head in the pinch.
The win is that I spoke without a blueprint for 4 days.
I actually created better material.
Great, that's a win.
Yeah.
Candy Lynn, what's a win? No, I can't hear.
My win is be the real me, that I'm not.
Nope. Win is much more concrete. It's been very challenging for a lot of us. My win today was that I found time to have dinner with my daughter, which haven't been able to do.
Oh, then my win today is be in this family. Like, yes. I've been thinking about you guys like past week after I came back from Tampa, from the studio. And then I've been telling my mom, I've been telling all my people who surround me about what was going on the past couple of days. And then I'm so glad that I'm sitting here right now looking at each one of you guys. So that's my win.
Yes, Mariano. And by the way, go into the Facebook group and write this. What's your win today? You have a good one.
My win today is that I made $2,140 today.
He sold 2 water machines. I mean, seriously, that's a very clear win, right?
Most I've ever made in a day, by the way, too. So
that's what you also want to add there.
Clear win.
Yeah. Clear win, clear water. I love
double
that.
win.
Yeah.
But it's so nice. Do you see the act of how he lit up when he chose to celebrate that moment with his family here who's looking out for him? Dolly, what's a win?
I learned that the fact that I was able to implement the information that I retained from Forge Factor, and I booked my first coaching gig today.
Yes. Implementation. Shelly, give me everybody unmute really quick. I want to hear some wins. Shelly, what's your win?
My win today is that Craig and I started intermittent fasting about a week and a half ago, and today is my first 24-hour fast, and it was no skin off my back. It was actually really great. I feel energetic and awesome about it, so it was a good win.
Excellent. Craig?
Mine was I got up really early and did a workout I was really dreading, didn't want to do.
Bingo. That's exactly. I also got to the gym today for the first time all week. Yes, big win. Who didn't I get? Savannah, a win.
Right. So I have actually few. I've just realized.
No,
yes.
Listen to me. You get one. This is important for this group. One.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just living my best life ever. Location.
Nope, no, it's not a win.
It's
That's
just a specific one.
Win is a tangible thing that you can look at.
Okay, so selling that spin gym today, $40 while I was training.
Yes, that is a win. That's perfect.
And potential client for tomorrow, but yeah.
Michael, what's a win? Is Michael frozen?
I think he's having internet problems.
Got it. Who has not gone? Brianna, a win.
I finally got to talk to a former TV host on the channel that I'm doing the callback for, and she texted like a good word for me to the general manager and texted me a picture of him and said, if you see him in the hallway, say hi.
Perfect.
So it was awesome.
Easy, quick. Win is really short to the point. Now, obstacle. Obstacle is something that you can overcome, but it was going to hit you in the head a little bit. Going, that was interesting. Jose, what's an obstacle today?
I'm trying to package all what I know into services that I could provide.
That's not the obstacle part. The obstacle is I don't have enough hours. What is the obstacle?
I don't have enough time to package everything that I could offer.
Bingo. Shelly, obstacle for today.
My obstacle today was reviewing some documents at work that I expected to be complete and they weren't.
Got it. Craig.
I'm sick.
You're definitely an obstacle. Candy Lynn.
I hate the cold weather.
No, I hate is not the obstacle part. And it's really important that you phrase this. The cold weather kept me from enjoying my day.
Yep.
That's the obstacle. Okay. AJ.
I had no wiggle room in my schedule today. Every minute was planned out.
I hate that. I'm sitting there with you. Doris, obstacle.
Not being able to breathe.
Got it. Big one. Mariano.
Could have closed 3, but 1 I did not and missed out on $1,500.
Now, that wasn't the obstacle. That was the fact. What was the obstacle?
Obstacle. Probably didn't. I probably hit her up too last minute to buy a machine, I would say.
Okay.
She was legit getting on a plane, yeah.
I hit her up too last minute. That's an obstacle. I get it. Silvana, what was an obstacle?
I had too much on my schedule and I didn't prioritize well.
Perfect obstacle. That is one of the biggest issues because then you want to look at it going, how can I fix this? Dolly, what's your obstacle? Phone, sound.
Finding childcare, but I just picked him up and brought him to work.
That's perfect. And you know what, by the way, overcoming the obstacle is sometimes a win, but in this case, I get it. Resource, go to the Facebook page and list your resource. Make it interesting. Find something. I don't care what it is. It will allow you to just take that. It's 3 minutes out of your day. All right. At this point, though, since we got a lot of people sick, I'm not going to spin gym tonight. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Monday at 8 o'clock, if you are in the 360, I think you guys, I'll give you the information anyway, since you're year-long coaching clients. Who here has 360?
I'm trying to get it.
Okay, what's going on?
I don't know. I was told to get a hold of you to find the information on what I need to do in order for Cheryl to set it up for me.
Got it. It's just a code. What was your
Okay.
discount, by the way? Do you remember?
Whatever you had offered to the class, I was waiting for that information. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a 50% off the enrollment.
Okay.
And you, like I said, you're gonna get coaching, so don't worry about that. It's what?
Okay.
Okay, send that to her. It's an actual code that can help you. Michael, since you missed us for a second, what's a win you had?
Sorry, I'm figuring this out on my phone. My internet completely crapped out on me. I had to reset the router. My win for today was having a productive call with the Canadian government to set up some good meetings next week.
Cool. And then the obstacle?
The obstacle was realizing that my priorities have been reset after Forbes Factor, and I used to really look forward to travel, and now I have 2 trips that immediately come up in the next 2 weeks, and I'm not excited about it.
Oh, you
I'd
can't
much
tell me
rather-
boss that. Oh, no. All right, so the other day, my win was I got a really cool podcast with a woman who's national and amazing. My first obstacle was the electricity went out in my house and I hadn't plugged in my computer. Then the other obstacle, she forgot to hit record on one of the best podcasts I've ever done. That's an obstacle. All right, the win was we redid it. All right, you guys are awesome. Chuck, you got the stuff on the right side of the chat? Be productive, have fun. Remember,
And you can download the chat as well. You can download it.
What is the thing on Monday?
hang on a second. How do you download your chat?
You can download it. It's an option over there. More.
He's got it.
You got it? Okay, good.
I think Monday's at 8 o'clock. Ray's going to run that, and I think it starts this week. We'll let everybody know. The most important thing you can do as a team is to check your emails. Just make sure that you get them from Chuck. We're getting very good about sending them out. We're trying not to overload you or pitch too much. That's not what they're for. It's about making sure you're on schedule, getting materials, and really, you know what I want? I'm very selfish. I want you screaming that you made $2,000 when you got home. AJ, you're doing your thing and you're crazy 4 days without anything. Michael, you want to shift your world. I've got the most amazing testimonials from Forbes. What's the next one? In 90 days, boom. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to push hard. Is that okay?
I'm giving you full permission to kick our butt with love.
All right, you guys. Good night. I gotta go see my daughter. Mwah.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.